Bro, Jesse Ventura is off his hinges, does not care, gets muted for saying WWF. The unstoppable, irresistible force, Nia Jax, takes on Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. Cody and KO put pen to paper with the help of HBK Shawn Michaels. The king of the YEET goes for the big gold as he takes on Gunther for the World's Heavyweight Championship, and more as we dive into Saturday night's main event. Strap in, let's talk about it. We kicked off the show with the Women's World Championship match, Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley, a great way to start the show. Nia is a powerhouse, Rhea is an absolute beast of a woman. It's muscle versus size, and oh my god, this was the farthest thing from a boring match. I would love to personally know how many times Rhea literally picked up Nia Jax and slammed her to the match. The power of this woman is insane. There is no doubt why Mommy's on top and holds the gold. They had some great back and forth action, but in the end, Rhea gave her famous mounted pin after slamming Nia Jax to the mat. 1, 2, 3, Rhea retained. Some think at the end of this that Rhea looked like she might have been injured. She kept holding the left side of her lower rib cage. Hope all is well. We'll probably find out more tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw, but best wishes out to our champion, Rhea Ripley. Triple H called in a favor and got none other than the Heartbreak Kid himself, Shawn Michaels, to come oversee the contract signing for Cody Rhodes versus KO. Now, as contract signings go, this one, it wasn't that bad. Both men, as they made it to the middle of the ring, HBK offered them a seat, but of course they refused to sit down. Cody wasted no time. He put pen to paper. He signed the contract. But before Kevin would sign, he went into a rant about Cody taking the easy way out time and time again. Kevin went on to reference the previous match that he and Cody had at Bash in Berlin. Cody had an injured knee. KO could have targeted said injured knee, but he didn't take the easy way out and do so. But it didn't take long for Cody to get tired of hearing KO speak, shut it down, saying, "I didn't come here in my best suit to hear you talk, to hear you rant, to hear you complain, and definitely to not hear you justify your reasoning for what you're doing, Kevin Owens. I'm done worrying about Kevin Owens. What I need to be worrying about is who I'm facing at WrestleMania, so please sign the contract." KO then went on to say, "Once I sign this, I make it official. I'll shut everyone up who says that I'm not the true champion. Once I win the title, I'm taking your posters, the grand entrances, the buses. All of this is what I've deserved for the last 10 years, and I'm taking it from you, Cody." Then in one of the best lines of the night, HBK chimes in to say, "Kevin, it sounds like you're jealous." That's exactly how it sounds, but at the end of the day, I get it. KO, while he isn't an official champion, he did get a pin on Cody for, I think it was at least 10 seconds. But with no ref in the ring, there was nothing that could be done. There was no official 3 count. I don't blame him for taking the title. I completely understand it, but at the end of the day, he does sound like a jealous little man. So contracts are signed. They've hung the belts up on the pretty coat hanger. Make it seem like they're going to be suspended up there for the next week or so, which, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that's something new. HBK goes to shake Kevin's hand. Of course, he denies it. He then shakes Cody's hand, and KO proceeds to punch Cody in the face. Kevin Owens attempts to do a package pile driver on HBK when Cody comes back in. He punches Kevin in the face, and this gives time for one of the best spots of the night. Shawn Michaels tunes up the band and he pulls that sweet chin music out like it's 1996 again. He smashes KO in the face. He falls to the corner. And I think Shawn Michaels' officiant duties are done with that. Moving on, it was time for Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman. Now, Braun is huge at 355 pounds. Jacob is also huge in his own way at 290 pounds. He's also certifiably insane. One thing that I wonder is if Jacob Fatu is 290 pounds now, and he's as big as he is, We know that he dropped a little bit of weight before he debuted in the WWE. How big was this guy previously? And I don't mean big as in fat. He is, he's got the beef. But oh man, this was. Now this had everything that you expected: hard hits, big slams, a little bit of top rope action. Braun Strowman doing his choo-choo express run outside of the ring. But the tide turned when Jacob Fatu got Braun Strowman into the corner and started doing multiple, I call them booty bounces, off of Braun Strowman's head in the corner of the ring. Just imagine if a man's rear end could be considered a deadly weapon and then use it to pummel another man's head over and over and over again. This is what Jacob Fatu did to Braun Strowman. Now, when the ref tried to break it up, Jacob just threw him out of the ring. The Samoan werewolf did not care. He was not here to win a match. He was here to make a statement. And make a statement he did, as officials, security, Nick Aldis himself came to the ring to try to put a stop to the beatdown that he was giving to Braun. No one could stop him, as he then went and did at least 4 splashes onto Braun Strowman from the top rope until he was bloody. Literally, we did get some color in this match. Safe to say, Braun is due for a few-week vacation here at least. Best wishes to you, Braun. Hope you come back soon. Lastly, it was time for our main event, as the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther took on main event Jey Uso. Now, in my opinion, we wanted Jey to win here. He deserves that big gold. He went from being the right-hand man to Roman Reigns for years in the original incarnation of the Bloodline, to breaking off from that and becoming the main event, the king of the YEET. This man has the crowd in the palm of his hands, and it's only a matter of time, or so it seems. On the other hand, we have Gunther der Ringenegal. Now, as far as Gunther's concerned, I'm a fan. I loved when they put the World Heavyweight Championship on him, and I absolutely loved the historic Intercontinental Championship reign that he had. For me, it kind of seems like things have been cooling off for Gunther for the last couple of months now. It seems like he's starting to phone it in just a bit. The prestige that he had when Imperium was a fully fledged group, that seems to have been fizzling out. I don't like that. At least bring back Ludwig Kaiser to introduce him like he used to. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know. I just want Gunther to be Gunther again. Now, all that said, it was a great match. Both of them have the talent. Gunther, as he usually does, gave chop after chop. Jey took it like a champ. But it just wasn't enough. Gunther got the 1, 2, 3. Gunther retained. And there was that look in Gunther's eye. I know you saw it right at the end there where the program was about to end, but Gunther was looking at Jey in the ring. And it almost seemed like he wanted to go say something to him, but he didn't. So maybe we'll get more on Raw or SmackDown regarding that. Now, before I wrap up there, the one final thought that I had here, the one glimmer of hope that made me think that Jey had a chance here, was that Gunther's Intercontinental Championship reign was ended by Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker, who was another beast of a man, took on Jey Uso for the Intercontinental belt. It took Jey Uso 2 matches, if I remember correctly, to then beat Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. So therein, Jey Uso beat the man who beat Gunther for a title belt. So it should line up that Jey Uso should be able to beat Gunther if he can beat a man who beat Gunther. Am I crazy? Does that make sense? Jey, keep doing you. We got your back. And after you do win that big gold, we'll meet you at Waffle House. Waffles and pancakes on me. Yeet. Well, that's it, guys. That's what caught my attention during this Saturday night's main event. That's what got me going as a wrestling fan. That's what makes me want to watch Monday Night Raw tomorrow night to continue the story. So I hope you enjoyed my recap. Follow me on the socials. You can catch me streaming on Twitch at _mixedness. Follow here on YouTube at Mark Mixedness. And John Cena follows me on X, and you should too, at Mark_Turner09. I'll catch you on the next one, guys.